Hey everyone, welcome to our next episode of Monday Minutes with Eva and Christine.
Hi guys.
As you can see, we're not in our office. We're on location with some clients, and we thought it would be a great time to actually ask these wonderful people why they decided to move to Campbellford from the big city. So, let's just get diving in.
This is the beautiful home they bought, and we thought we were going to go on location and showcase some of the lovely properties we have around Campbellford. As you can see, they have a lake view and a pool, and it's a ranch-style bungalow, multiple decks, bonfires, anything you could ever want. And you know what? They're not even retired. They're a young couple.
Yes.
Still working. Still working.
So what was your influence? What was the deciding factor of you guys moving from the city to here in Campbellford?
One of the big decision points that made it easy to move from the city to Campbellford was that my family actually owned a cottage on Healy Falls, so very close to Campbellford, very familiar with the town, the culture, the vibe, so that definitely made it very easy to move down here.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Roland?
Yeah, I think COVID played a little factor in it. Gave us the opportunity to spend more time together.
End up here, I guess.
So moving from the big city to up here, we do spend a lot of time together. So working from home, I guess, played a huge aspect as well. Learning to cook from home played a big part. We don't have the opportunity to go to big grocery stores as we do in the city, but Campbellford's great in the fact that they do have multiple grocery stores. We're only a skip and a jump away to Peterborough, Belleville, that sort of thing. So
and Sharps and No Frills are awesome.
They are
Yeah,
great.
and
really
even
great.
the farmers market, like we like to go to the farmers market on Saturday
nice.
mornings and
Yes.
get some, local produce from the local farmers and the beef and the meat and stuff. So
Oh,
that's been nice too, supporting small businesses as well. We're kind of big
And
on
if
that.
we so decided, we could take the boat into Campbellford.
How awesome
Yes.
is that? They could take
It is
the boat and go shopping.
It's true.
So is there anything you guys miss about the city?
I think the exposure to the grocery stores as a cook is a big one for me. But again, we go back to the city, I think, a few times a month, so it provides us the opportunity to load up on the things we do miss. We still go back and see family, but what I think we see a lot of is, with this property specifically, is people are now coming to see us rather than us going to see them, which is great for us. We don't have to take the trip
Sunday
home on
blues.
Sunday
Lots
drive.
of entertaining, and that's where all your cooking skills come in, right?
That is true. That is true. We love barbecuing. We love entertaining. So this property, this move to come up here has really given us the opportunity to have guests over and take advantage of our family.
And also
coming to
give
see
them
us.
exposure to this life too, right? Like a lot of people that we've had down, like even my brother and sister-in-law, they were here and they're like, would we be able to live down here? This is paradise, right? So it kind of gives them a different perspective too on what they could potentially have as well.
That's a good point, because it's not, okay, let's go to somebody's cottage and visit. Like, they're actually now coming to your home, and they see that you're happy and settled, and you're doing great in a smaller community, and you don't need all that hustle and the bustle of the city. So it's not just like visiting a cottage, it's visiting your home.
Yet people still call it, we're going to Cat and Roll's cottage. Well,
My
their
sister-in-law,
cottage.
it's home now.
my sister-in-law had to correct my brother and niece and nephew quite a few times and say it's not their cottage, it's their home. So we're really proud of it, and we worked hard to be where we are. So.
Yeah. And again, it's very beneficial working from home. That made the transition, I think, extremely easier and fluid. Again, we do have times where we have to go back into the city for work, but that's on the odd occasion, and I'd rather do the drive once in a while rather than every weekend to come to the cottage.
I bet, I know deep down you're like, I really miss that traffic.
Let's talk about the traffic. Yeah, we do
The
not miss
biggest
that at all.
traffic we have here is sometimes on the bridge.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
Or like the tractors, sometimes like the farmers' tractors, but it's like
That is funny.
you don't get mad about it, right? You're kind of just like, well, Well, I'll get there when I get there, you know. You're not
Exactly.
really in a rush to
You're
go
starting
anywhere
to fit
either.
in now.
Yeah, it's kind of
You
like
feel like you don't have to always rush to get somewhere. you know?
exactly.
Yeah, I think on that point of traffic, last time we were in Mississauga, I think we had to go 15 or 20 kilometers, and it took us 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And then up here to get into Peterborough, yeah, it's 45 minutes, but it's a nice, beautiful,
Smooth
easy
sailing.
drive, smooth sailing, and I would do that every day rather than be bumper to bumper
that's
in
true.
traffic.
So
So.
what you said previously when we were looking for properties and how all this originated was like you just were familiar with the area and this like home popped up that met all your requirements.
I actually had it saved like as one of my favorites on Realtor for a while, and I'm like, this is like so crazy. Like I would never move to Campbellford. Like that's literally how I initially thought of this. And then actually July long weekend, they had an open house last year, and I reached out to Eva and said, you know, let's go take a look. And the moment that I walked at the front door, I just felt, you know, I felt like it was home.
Yes.
And then kind of, you know, brought roll. I had my best friends with us as well, and I don't know if
There's a lot to love, that's for sure.
yeah, it was hard to not.
Yeah.
I mean, it was perfect. I mean, who can resist the views? And so you survived your first winter. We didn't have a really hard one.
Yeah, you
per
guys
se.
had a lucky winter this
Yeah, yeah.
So our neighbors tell us.
So you had to buy a tractor, you had to buy a snowblower, and
Yeah.
they're all worthwhile,
Yeah,
right?
which, you know, in our little back split in Mississauga, we could shovel the driveway. Here is a bit more,
Complex?
it's bigger, yeah, more complex. So we had to upgrade a few things. Definitely a snowblower, a riding lawnmower. We got a four-wheeler to help with firewood and to get around the property. But that doesn't come, I think, with everybody. But our neighbors have been so friendly and so accommodating. Technically, we didn't have to buy it. And everyone said as soon as we moved in, you know, ask before you purchase, which is awesome. Everyone helps everyone, so the community has
That's
been
really
very
great.
inviting and accommodating,
Yeah.
which I don't know if we were expecting as much coming from Mississauga, but the whole...
You really get to know your neighbors up here.
Yeah, excuse me, yes, we have, and it's all been great, so.
Little community. We're part of a group chat too. We look out for each other, so it's good. You know, if you see somebody struggling, like we have a 92-year-old that, like, he shows up and does his yard every day, and then we look horrible because we don't maintain it as much as our 92-year-old neighbor does. But
I think the diversity is interesting to look at as well, especially, I mean, for instance, our street alone, we have, like Kat said, a 92-year-old across the street. We have retirees at both ends of the street, but we have a small family, a couple of people who are still working in Oshawa Whitby on occasion, a couple working from home. So we have a variety of people. It's not just retirees, it's not just young people. So again,
it's a good mix.
it's a good mix, and everyone helps each other out. So
And you're looking forward to having your own family here.
that's the
like
next
building
step.
your own family.
That is
That's
the
the
next
next step
Yeah.
for sure.
And
And
it'll
what
be a
better
great
place to do it?
to raise your kids.
Yeah, we're excited about it. Of course, making this transition and looking forward to our future, we had to look at those things.
Yeah.
Campbellford provides those necessities that you want. A couple schools, a high school, a hospital was a big one for us.
Yeah.
A couple grocery stores. So it's those factors played in, I think, a little bit to us, but
And
Campbellford has all those things that we wanted on the list.
even
So.
like a lot of our guests brought their, you know, children and family down as well. So just seeing how they're interacting with the property and the lifestyle here is nice to see what we're gonna expect whenever
Yeah.
we have our
Gets
own
you all
family
excited.
too, right? Like they love the pool, they love fishing, they love going on the boat. So there's a lot of, you know, activities here that'll
Instead of
keep
just
them
being
active.
on the phone.
Exactly.
I think what they don't realize, though, if some people come from the north of Campbellford, they think, where's the closest town? Well, realistically, for us, it's only 7 minutes, but they don't always go into town when they're here. So for them, you know, we're in the outskirts. Well, not really.
No.
We're almost the same amount of time to get to a grocery store here in Campbellford than as we were in Mississauga.
Yeah.
So it's it's not like we're
It's not
way
like
out
you're
in the
commuting.
country.
No,
Yeah.
you got that country feel, but the town is so
That's
close
right.
to
That's right.
everything,
Yeah.
which is fantastic. Yeah, I'm really proud to see like young people making this like huge decision to come into a totally different environment and really end up enjoying it. The transition's been good.
Yeah.
So would you go back?
Not a chance. No,
Yeah.
no.
I will say it was easier for Roel. He's more of a small town guy, originally from Aurelia. I've always been born and raised in the city, so for me it was a little bit harder. A lot of emotions were flowing when the decision to sell in Mississauga came up. But at the end of the day, like Roel said, all of our family's down there, so it's not like we have plenty of places to stay, and they're more than welcoming when we're down there. So.
But again, I want to stress on the point. When I say COVID, what we found working from home was we loved the cottage. So what we were doing, we were spending more time at the cottage than we were
At
in
your home.
Mississauga at home.
Yeah.
So when the opportunity presented itself here, I said, why don't we live the cottage lifestyle and commute back to Mississauga when we have to? So,
Good thinking there, Roland.
yeah, I get these brainstorms every
You get a
once in
brainstorm every once in a while. Well, I think that, welcome to Campbellford. You survived your first year and are still smiling and want to stay, so I would say it's positive. But who wouldn't want to stay? This is like paradise over here.
I call
By
it
the
our
way-
I call it our little
Oasis?
little oasis and our resort.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Our
we
mini
tell
resort.
our guests to leave reviews and stuff too. We've already made some modifications, like
And depending
blackout
on the
curtains.
reviews, what kind of a welcome they get next time.
That's
Exactly.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
And we'll update them to let them know, we
Yeah.
put blackout curtains now in the one room, so you guys can sleep, peacefully without the sun blasting in your face in the morning. So,
Continental breakfast is always included.
There you go. Well, Christine and I are coming this weekend.
There you go. Stay
We
as
all
long as
don't
you
live
like.
very far from here.
Actually, no, we don't.
This is like the Bay Meadows area where this couple is. It's a beautiful area, great homes on there, and the whole of Campbellford obviously is great. So
Yeah.
yeah,
got
and
that
we,
nice river running through it.
yeah, we're right on Crow River too. We often find ourselves just cruising down to the Crow, and we have our own little VIP parking spot that we put the pontoon boat, and then we go swimming. We don't, although we would like to pay and support that municipality in terms of
We do it another way.
we do it.
You
another
do it in
way.
your taxes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do it in your
exactly.
taxes.
We sure do.
Either way, it's all good.
It's a free amenity that we take advantage of for sure. So.
So that's awesome.
Speaking of fishing, I might go out shortly.
And then you could go for a dip in the pool.
That's exactly.
And then you
right.
could jump in the hot tub.
Exactly. So many
They
options.
got all the toys.
Yeah.
I'm moving in next week.
Yeah, really.
OP.
Well,
All
thank
right, guys.
you so much, guys. This
Thank
was
you.
great. I love hearing people talk about, coming to an area that they love. And actually, what I love too is how many people are coming up to your place and enjoying it too. So for us, I would just love to see our community grow with more younger couples as well. So
And
that's
I think
great.
that could evolve. Like, I think some of their friends might be interested in moving up here, and then they develop their younger community, and it starts to do the circle of life or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. We have a house for sale on the street too. If anybody wants to join the community, it's a nice little
Yeah.
community here.
Yes,
I
it
can't
is.
complain.
Yeah, call us. We'll show it.
Well, on that point, I want to thank you as well.
Yeah.
You made the transition quite
Thank
seamless
Yeah.
and really helped us go from our
Thank you.
Mississauga home to here.
Yeah.
So thank
That's
you both.
really good.
You guys
to
have
hear.
both been very supportive of the decision and also, a huge factor in it as well. So you definitely made it a lot easier.
Thanks a lot. Okay, we're gonna have lunch now.
Fair.
Pizza lunch on the deck.
Well, thanks for watching,
All
guys.
right, guys.
Thank you,
Take
We'll
care.
everyone.
see you next Monday.
You bet.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.